Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have a case for K9. We're making a case here, no pun intended, for this card's price. We were talking about this card $23, $24, $25. We said, guys, this is the Yugioh max rarity version. It only has a super rare and the Starlight, no in between CR. This is the max rarity. We always said K9, a lot of people not really talking about the engine, you know, it's just, oh yeah, VS K9, we're all tired of it, you know, this, that, and the third, it's everywhere. Okay, we understand, but we also said the fact that into the future, K9 is a deck core or engine that will continue receiving support and that is going to have a long life cycle. A lot of people just think about the now, you know, the pre-banless era and how much is being used or now, or what deck is being played, you know, being played in, excuse me. So again, I always think I have a vision. I think into the future. All right, it's not just the now. And Konami prints these cards, their life cycle, that's the key word, is not just in the now, but 3 months, 6 months, 9 months out into next year. I mean, who knows? Who knows if K9 goes as far as to being impactful in next year's Nats. And yes, oh Jay, we only played one case, we don't really need this card. Yeah, that's now. Not to say that it has to be played at 3 at some point in the future, but you never know. Some decks play more than one. And this being the max rarity, the Starlight rare, it was 23 bucks. We literally touched base on this card at the lows, telling people that I was going to be on the lookout for this card, but I wasn't able to pick it up. Just had no events to go to in the last couple of weeks. But again, now it's a 40 piece, guys. Yes, the walls are China at $41. The card was 23s. Hopefully you picked it up when we last touched base on this card, because now it's money. Yugioh making moves. Later this week, we're going to, you know, go into Yugioh and actually see the rest of the card prices in there. But for now, a case for K9 is making a case for itself. It's saying that it is spiking up in price. It is going bonkers. Crazy moves going on in the markets. Let me know what you guys think. Then here we have D. One more D. Why not, Jay? Count Surveyor here. DDD hype is at all-time high right now. Why? Because again, right now, people are getting ready for Doom of Dimensions. In just 2 weeks around there, give or take, the set is coming out and no one's talking about it. Why? Because a lot of people are like, ban list, what is going to happen? Where's the ban list and what's getting hit? What's coming off the list? What's this, that, and the third? And again, not too many people talking about Doom of Dimensions. But here we are, DDD finally getting support. A lot of people excited. A lot of people have high expectations for the deck, even at the competitive, excuse me, at the competitive level, not just casual, not just DDD players love their deck, that, you know. So again, Surveyor, we always said, Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. People forgot about the set. People are not paying attention to the set or cards like this inside it. And yeah, I could have done a couple fresh off the flashbacks today, but it is what it is. The OGs know. We're talking about this card at between $3 to $5. Between $3 to $5, guys. Said get your playset. I have my playset in my binder. I'm gonna be moving in now. Probably this weekend at Philly. If I find a DDD Billy Bob, I'll be moving this card. Why? Because it was $4 or $5. Boom, spiking up. It's at 688s. We wish. The card is 1150s, officially cracking that double digit mark right there. 14 listings, guys, and then the card goes to 13s and then the 15s. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my 3x. What was it? 3x? Let's say $4. Yeah, I think, you know, around 3x. Run for them hills, Jay. But the card could be 15s. It could be $20. I could care less. I sell into hype. It's not about timing tops. Sometimes you sell too early, but at the end of the day, you take profits. You bought it at sub $5, you sell it at double digits. At the very least, clean 2x. We double our money, we multiply our money, and then we reinvest into the tins now. The game is too easy. There's a bunch of penny stonks, Starlight rares in the tins and things of that nature. And now we reinvest into those cards with double the money I had before putting it into this card. The game is too easy. And then the new pieces of cardboard that we're going to be picking up from the tins, they're going to double and triple in the future. The game is just that easy, boys. DD, Count, Surveyor, making moves, making plays, going parabolic here, all-time highs. The chart hasn't even caught up. The chart hasn't even caught up to this overnight buyout right here going on insane what's happening with secret rares that everyone else forgot about. But now it's going to be on people's radar. They're going to be like, yeah, man, DDD support. Yeah, it's coming in 2 weeks. It makes sense. Yeah, so that's why we should have bought it at $4. And I just got a playset. That's called just getting exposure. You know, it's not like I got even an R09 or 15 or 20 of these. Yeah, some people, you know, good for everyone. It's just exposure. At the very least, from 1 to 3, just owning the card so you can participate in this wave of price appreciation for a card like this. The game is just that easy. We have Phantom of Yubel. That always happens, guys. When the tins come out, it makes certain cards readily available for specific deck cores, in this case Yubel. Even though the deck is not doing anything, there's a lot of people out there that they've always been wanting to play Yubel since a year ago. You know, just, man, the card is too expensive. And then by the time that, you know, the deck fell out of favor in the meta, then it's like, why waste money, spend money picking it up? But when we get reprints in the tins of the other pieces of Yubel, and some of those even at, you know, max rarity or high rarity, then people go back to pick up the other pieces. And Phantom of Yubel, this OTS Tournament Pack 26 OT, people are like, oh, it looks like trash, you know, the card is cheap, no one cares. Card is $6, Jay. Yubel's not doing anything. You wake up one day and the card is 15 bones, and then after a couple, it hits $25 and then 30s at the bottom of the page. 11 listings only. This card is spiking off the lows, as we can see. Insane. Ultimate rare is going parabolic. If you have it, you have money. You know, again, there's a lot of cards that they're trash for a long time. No one cares about them. Then they find their lows and boom, just spike up. The card is harder to get than people think. It came out in OTS Tournament Pack 26, so it's been a couple of OTS packs already. And this is the ultimate rare, I believe. Is it the technical max rarity? I don't know if Phantom of Yubel has a quarter. I think it does. But again, the whole point is the OTs is making moves, making plays. Yeah, the QCSR, might as well touch base on it. Card was 60s, crashing down to 55s, but right now there's one at 50s. But this card can start ramping up. It started with the OT, keep the QCSR in mind, and then you do have the regular secret rare from Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge. The card was also $6. $6. Boom, volume came in, spiking up. It says 10s. We wish. The card is pushing 15s as well, guys. You know, and eventually towards 1850s at the bottom of the page, 22 listings. No one would be surprised if this card goes into the 20s. This card is still extremely hard to get. Terminal Revenge came out over a year ago. Yeah, most people, you know, just don't have this card readily available. So, you know, if you want to play Phantom of Yubel right now, OTs are pushing 15, secrets are pushing 15s. You know, just wanted to keep it in mind. Or if you have the card and you don't care about it, then you have extra money. You didn't know the card is up 2.5x essentially. So time to take profits on this card, or at least to keep it in mind to see how high it goes before seeing some type of curvature off the highs where you may want to take profits off the table. Guys, link in the description down below. We're going to have this ready for you so you can click on here and have access to all the cards we're talking about today. Fast track these or purchase any of these cards that we're talking about today. First link in the description down below. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video on the way in. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are all straight MVPs. We have RB Stage Landing, the Starlight Rare. Again, we've been talking about RBs forever on the channel. We have Stage Landing, which is their main spell card. We're going to touch base on the Starlight Rare and also on the secret rare here. And then you have RB the Brute Blues, Starlight Rare as well. These RB cards, man, look, we have Valken Booster as well. So again, these RB cards are making moves, making plays. Let's start with their main piece here. Stage Landing. This Starlight Rare, I was gonna say QCSR, was 20 bucks. 2022s. Volume came in at 25s, and the card is 38 bucks. That's just a one of. Essentially, there's 6 here at 40s. After those 6, it goes to 50s and beyond. One page only, single digit listings at 6, guys. And yeah, I mean, we always knew that RBs would get hype. It always happens, man. When these deck cores get released, we expect second and or third waves of reprint in the future. People always get hype. The deck rarely does nothing for the most part. 90% of the time, most of this, you know, these deck cores that come out and they get support, they don't do anything. We're just keeping it a buck, a hundy with you guys. You know, we'll see if another wave of support helps the deck and maybe it does something. We'll continue to monitor that. But regardless, speculation and hype alone push card prices up. We always say it all the time here on the channel. So yeah, this card was First it was 22s, then 25s. Volume came in, pushing it up to almost a 40 piece. 6 listings only, single digit listings. The card is getting cleaned out. It is. And in my humble opinion, I think for RB stage landing, it will trickle down into the secret rare as well. So you don't want to sleep on it. You do not want to sleep on the secret rare that we can see here. A booty shape recovery. Literally, man. Literally, look right here. This card is 2 and 425s. That's 625s right here, as you can see. You know, and then there's a wall of China at yeah, right here. So it's about 650s, mind you, for a card that at one point was 290s. It was less than $3. Double bottom right above $3. So you could have gotten essentially 3 of these for $10. Play set for 10s for a good while. It double bottom with a higher low. Beautiful booty shape recovery. You broke the previous pivot high. Just textbook standard booty shape recovery, double bottom play right here. And to me, this is just the beginning. First, it starts with the Starlight Rare, then it trickles down to the secret with only 2 printings of this card. I expect this card to be double digits. I do. I own 1 playset. Exposure. You know, didn't break the bank for it. You never know with these cards, but at least we get exposure because the game is just, it's that easy, boys. And then here we have RB the Brute Blues. Again, the Starlight Rare. This card was $16. Volume came in, it says 2390s, and the card is gone. 5 listings. You have the one over here at 36s, but the card is essentially a 50 piece. A 50 piece Starlight Rare, 1 page only, and these cards have gone bonkers. They've gone bonkers. People are rushing in, and many of the RB Link monsters, they're ultras. So, you know, like they're alternative prints, so they're easier to pick up. They've been shekels forever. And as core set ultra rares from Duelist Advanced, it might not be a bad time to pick those up. We're going to actually show you guys here real quick. Right here, for example, the Brute Blues. Look at that. Look at that. What a volume candle coming in. No one's paying attention to this right now. Look, you come over here, a lot of 1s and 2s, no massive walls of China on page 1. So again, 88 listings. We always been proponent. Every time we've talked about Duelist Advanced, we've been telling people, just pick these ultras up, man. If you see them in trade binders, if you're adding a couple of these to your order at shekels, like it doesn't hurt. Because again, let's just, hey, men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. Art class with Jay. Like I've been saying, these cards can go from shekels to billies. And they don't even have to be meta relevant. Just demand. Just people coming in. Yo, I want to build RBs, man. You know, it came out in Duelist Advanced. It won't get reprinted anytime soon. And, you know, it'll get the second wave of support and it'll do this, it'll do that. And then people rush in. Like, this is so obvious. Like, these are the signs, man. Like, the charts give literal signals. Like, look at that, the discrepancy between that volume candle and then the initial wave of volume candles right here. Because, of course, when the cards come out, Billy Bobs come in and they pick them up right there. You can see right there. These volume candles at the beginning, to me, those are all grouped together as like major candles at the beginning of, you know, when the card came out. We get it. But then after the volume crash, price consolidated. It never kept falling knife mode after it came out. It consolidated sideways. And now you have this signal, this outlier. That's such an important word in charting. Outliers. Excuse me. That one volume candle is an outlier for months, guys. We're talking about since like early July. Since early July, this is an outlier here months later that no one's paying attention to. And again, I emphasize this is not because the actual card matters that much. Yeah, I mean, you have RB, the Brute Blues. Sure, we can make money on it. It can go from shekels to billies. But it's the lesson that you can learn so that you can focus in and hone in on these outliers on the charts. No one talks about this. No one pays attention, you know, to this. And that's where the true value is at, because that's a signal. You know what that tells me? Just get a couple. Get exposure. Literally, that one word. Anywhere from 1 to 3 minimally. If it's cheap enough, you can get an R09. Just get some type of exposure right here. This is where we make the money. Not with the high end, not with the start, with the max rarities and with the high-end expensive cards of these core sets or with this and that and the third. It's from shekels to billies, the multiples. Game is too easy, man. Honestly, the game is too easy. So if you can come in here and you can get exposure to this card, then you do so. You do so. You can come in here. Look at that, 69 cents. Cheap shekels. You can pick up a decor of this like for super cheap. Like RB Stage Landing, the secrets, 20 bucks you spend on that. Everything else is shekels. You can come in here and pick these up today because you never know. You never know. That's all I'm saying, boys. That's all I'm saying. We have RB Valken Booster. Again, this one right here. Let me just leave this ultra rare open for you guys right there. Let me see. No, my bad, guys. Right here. So we have Valken Booster. Same deal. This card has been 14-15s forever. Massive volume candle coming in. Still at that price. So what do we expect? This is your chance. If you want a higher end Duelist Advanced Starlight Rare for cheap, 15 bucks is relatively cheap for a Starlight inside a core set. Volume is saying buy this. You know, this is the what, second, third largest candle in existence since the card came out. You know, in the last like 75 days. Look at that. You have 1 ofs a playset here and there, 10 ofs at 16. So the supply is still there, but 34 listings. We're in the midst of this volume candle. Don't let this card go to a 20-piece McNuggies for Mickey D's and beyond. You know, if you want to get exposure, if you want to invest into this, or you want this card, then no better time to pick it up literally than right now. You can't make this stuff up. We have the Breed Dragon, this QCSR. Again, the card was 9-10 bucks, spiking up to 13.50s, and you have one at 20 bucks because you have to pay just shipping if you're getting the one of here, and then one more at 25s, then a 30 piece, and then a 40 piece, then a 50 piece, then gone. Crazy. 7 listings only. The card is literally getting cleaned out at all-time highs right now. Literally, because we're at 20 bucks. Chart hasn't updated. We are at all-time highs. Price discovery mode. I got exposure. I only got one. I came in here. We talked about the card at 10 bucks. And I'm like, yo, this is $10 for this quarter century. It's not that bad. It's a boomer card. People needed the Eddie Edisons. And now the card is getting cleaned out from Bonanza. No one's looking at Bonanza anymore because we just didn't get another rarity collection, which was Stampede, but we also getting the tins, and people forgot. They forgot about these rarity collections, and some of these quarter century secret rares are making moves, making plays, especially the boomer side of things, because people don't see Konami reprinting, you know, too many boomer Starlights. We did get a couple, obviously, and key ones like Pot of Greed, Chaos Work in the tins, which are great, but again, for cards that already got quarter century secret rares, it's like boomers feel like there's less to worry when it comes to getting Starlights of those also QCSRs, but we'll see down the line. But in the meantime, if you're a boomer, if you have this card, you have extra money, and if you want it, you're gonna either have to pay a premium or just play a different version. We have Junk Speeder, again, QCSR. Synchron hype is here. We're going to get that structured deck. I don't know the date when it comes out. I don't know if it's later this month or in October. I need to, you know, double check. But regardless, the hype is here. People are looking forward to the new Synchro support. And Junk Speeder from Rarity Collection Uno. This card was like $5-6 bucks recently. No one cared about it. Volume candle came in. Insane volume candle on the 3-month chart. The largest in the last 90 days. And the previous highs were 866. And we're above that, guys. We are above that. The card is officially at an all-time high with the second largest yearly candle, guys. Very, very powerful. Just occurring right here. 11 listings. You have one at, that is 12s. You have a couple at 12s. Then the card hits 15s to 20s towards the bottom of the page. So, yeah, if you have Junk Speeder, quarter century secret rare, you got money. Excuse me, guys. You got money. Card went up to double digits again, and it could be 15 to 20s in the short term. So in my humble opinion, time to take profit. Time to take profit on this card. This card does have multiple printings, and it has the chibi art, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But yeah, it has multiple printings. No chibi art. I think it did. Let me see. I'm curious now. Let me see. No, not that. Let me just type Junk Speeder. No, it didn't. Okay, what's the other? Man, what's the chibi art name? You guys will know more than me. But yeah, this has a full rarity collection treatment. Still at shekels. Secret rares at shekels. Look, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You have so many of these to choose from. PCRs at 30 cents for a dollar for 3 is cheap, man. And some of these, they might go from shekels to billies, man. So no better time than to pick up these penny stonks, literal penny stonks. First, the high-end moves gets cleaned out, then people trickle down. They're like, oh man, I just need the card, man. Yeah, PCR is my favorite rarity. And they come in, they start buying these up. Do not sleep on Junk Speeder. Great time to get exposure to the card. We have Black Metal Dragon. Again, remember, Dragon Link is very popular. Like, a lot of people really like Dragon Links. And you know, we're getting Burst Protocol and Boral support. Don't sleep on Black Metal Dragon. And man, this card was $8. Volume came in. It says 1050s, but really? We have one at 1350s. Then eventually the card goes to $15 towards the bottom of the page. Only one of 31 listings. You need to understand this card before it got printed. Like the super rare was the max rarity, if I'm not mistaken, and it was like 25, 30 bucks. It was insane. An OTS super. That's how like bad people wanted the holographic version. Now you have a quarter century secret rare that was single digits. Volume came in, it flipped the script about a month ago, three weeks, about a month ago, and it's never looked back. It's just kept going up and up and up. So if you need this card, don't sleep on it. Yeah, now it's 13s pushing 15s. You don't want it to be a 20 piece or a 30 piece down the line. You know, definitely keep this one in mind. Now this did get, again, the full rarity treatment from Stampede. So keep it in mind, like if you want this card, you can come over here. Stampede, look at that. Excuse me, guys. You have clean PCRs, shekels, clean secret rares, clean. Shekels right here, platinum secret rare at a buck and some change. Most people forgot that this card existed, that it got printed in Stampede. And look, you even have PURs as shekels. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. You don't want to forget about. One to keep on your radar as the quarter century secret rare is already making its moves. And here we have Nibiru, the primal being, the rock, the big rack. Whoa, rack? What is that? Jay, the big rock right here. This comment, excuse me, guys. This comment used to be $3.99. $3.99 at one point. Shekels, 2/4 a pot, 3/4 a pot. Just shekels. Shekels here, volume consistent. Then one day you wake up and the card is $1.50, essentially. Crazy. This is like the pure definition of a penny stock, of a staple that came out in the Blue Eye structure deck. No one ever cared about this structure deck. I'm sorry, this card inside there, common, readily available. We used to have like massive, like these walls of China, they were like at shekels. Readily available. And now Nib is pushing $1.50 even for commons, bro. That is crazy. We all have this card, probably. We all cracked open the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck. Now it's getting harder and harder to get as we move more and more away from, you know, the moment when it was released earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so again, if you have common Nibirus from the Blue Eyes structure deck, you have a card that went from literally shekels to billies. Literally. Beautiful. So again, we can see this here. Walls of China, like the big one is at $2.50. So it's insane. If you have this card and you got it at shekels, going from bulk to billies, man, don't sleep on it. I'd be moving, especially if you have multiple. These a couple, you know, because pretty soon essentially it's gonna be like 3 of these for about around $5. Wow, place of the commons, crazy. I still think nibs get more reprints in the future. So if you have these, no better time to start moving these into this recent spike. You know, just people, hey, coming back to play Yu-Gi-Oh! They want their staples, they want to play commons, they don't want to spend money, they just want to get the card. And yeah, these commons right here, man, they're money now, spiking up. Crazy that this common is $1.50, man. It was free, $3.99, man. And these are great cards to always pick up in throw-ins. Same as Effect Veiler. It got a common in here as well, and it has 1,000,000 prints. But those staples, they're always like, when we mean money, it's not like a lot of like, oh my God, every copy is 10 and above. No, it's not that. But they come out, they're shekels, they're commons, no one cares about them. They're 30 cents forever. You can pick these up at play sets for dollars. And then you wake up one day and they go from bulk to billies, from shekels to billies. You feel me? So crazy to see Nibiru making that move. We have Ghost Bell Haunted Mansion, the secret rare, clean secret rare from Rarity Collection Uno. It's at all-time highs, guys. Volume has been coming in for this card. Literally beautiful chart. Currently at all-time highs right now. And yeah, 16 listings. You know, one of these is $4. You have 11 there, and then after that it reaches 5s, and then 6s at the bottom of the page. So people are coming in for Ghost Bells. The demand is coming in. People are rushing in. People are getting ready, not just for a ban list, but that post ban list format, new decks coming out, things of that nature. And now this card is $4 when it was just $2 the other day, less than $2, just doubling up in price overnight. What it feels like. Insane move for this clean secret rare from Rarity Collection Uno. If you have this card, you have an extra couple of billies that you probably didn't know about. We have Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, alternate art PCR from the Rarity Collection Dos, the Forgotten Rarity Collection right here. This card used to be nothing, $1, shekels, 95 cents, and you wake up one day parabolic. It says 474s pushing 5s, and you have a couple one-ofs here at around 4s, but after that, it goes to 10s at the bottom of the page, single digi listings at 9, parabolic advanced move. If you pull this from your rarity collection 2 box, if you have this card, this specific version, it's time to move it. Card was $1, giving people 4 or 5x returns. What do? You get rid of it. I went through my rarity bulk, found 2 of these. I'm gonna slap it in the binder in case anyone wants it. If no one picks it up at Philly this weekend, I'll get back home, slap it on here on TCG Player, and we gonna eat, because the game is truly that easy. We have Fallen of Albaz, ultimate rare. This OT right here, yeah, the card was 750s, went up to 1250s, crashed back down to 750s to the scene of the crime. Crazy. And now it's going back up. It sends 1068s, but we're going towards 1250s again. But after a couple one-ofs here, the card goes to 15s, 3 pages only, 21 listings. Don't forget, branded is getting hype. This card has a quarter century secret rare, so it has other high-end prints per se from the rarity collection, but this OT looks just so clean. It looks beautiful, starting to ramp back up from single digits to double digits. So yeah, this $12 card could definitely not just be 15s in the short term, but maybe in the midterm become even a $20 card and beyond. Just an OT that I wanted to keep you guys in mind. Is V-shape recovering from the latest low with volume, guys, so definitely keep this one in mind before it further continues its parabolic advanced move. All right, we have Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. We were talking about this card not too long ago. I think it was early last week. We made a review of last year's tins, of the 2024 tins, and we mentioned this card, the fact that this card was money. That this card used to be $4 and now is going up. It says 6s. And 22 listings. You have one of your 531s, but the card starts going up to $8-9 at the bottom of the page. So it could definitely become a double digit card, as we can see here. All-time highs for this card. It's a Red Eyes card. Most people are like, oh, who cares, man? This is trash. If you have this, you have money. Keep it in mind. After that, if you have this card, you have essentially $6, 6 pushing 7s and beyond. So not bad at all. When this card first came out, it was $1.50. That is crazy. It was $1.50 at the lows, and it's never looked back. Just high after high after high in price. And insane move. Parabolic move. All-time high price discovery mode for this card. It continues going up. Beautiful card, mind. Beautiful prismatic secret rare right here, right now. We have Photon Delta Wing. This card used to be 350s, so spiking up to almost 6s. But the card, you have a couple one-ofs pushing 8s. Then at the bottom of the page, it actually goes to double digits. Only one-ofs here until it gets to the double digit mark. 28 listings right here. And yeah, guys, strong spike, man. Strong spike. We should be about right up here, give or take, around this pivot area. Chart hasn't updated. Volume has came in. And now, again, we got the number 90 reprint. And when we get certain Photon cards that used to be expensive and hard to get, now all of a sudden the deck becomes more budget. Even if it's not doing anything, casual players are like, you know what, man, I just want to build my Photon deck. Finally, they come in, they pick up this single print from Mesa Millennia, ultra rare, and now pretty soon this card can be double digits. That's crazy. Card was just 330s, man, giving a 3x move pretty soon. Right now it's already up to 2 point something x, but yeah, this ultra rare is money. In case you just randomly got it, just wanted to keep that in mind for you. We have Guardian Slime. This card, I can't believe it didn't get the Stampede treatment, because the Egyptian God Slime, I think it's called, it got the Rarity Collection 1 treatment, and this one is skipped every other Rarity Collection after that. Wild that this card is still single print. Card was 21s, flash crashed to 12, so people thought it would finally get reprinted, including myself, but it didn't. So now it's rebounding strong from $12 to 15s, and you come down here, really? It's an $18 card, pushing 20s, and then 30 to 40s at the bottom of the page. 11 listings only. So if you have this card, pretty soon you're gonna have money again, just based off scarcity. These legendary duelist cards, in this case from Rage of Raw, they can go up like crazy just because how scarce they are. People come in, volume comes in, yeah, insane V-shape recovery, and this card could be money pretty soon. Just one to keep on your radar. Then we have Yuki Onna, the Absolute Zero Mayakashi. This Dual Overload single print. Again, we always, every time we touch base on Dual Overload, we say that this set always has a lot of single prints, cards that never got reprinted, A lot of link monsters in that manner. And you know, this zombie one, you know, used to be $4, went parabolic to 11s, crashed right back down to the scene of the crime to 450s, and now rebounding strong. It says towards 7s. And yeah, we're pushing, I mean, 17 listings. You have a couple one-ofs, but yeah, the card is coming up to be a $9 card again. And after that wall of China of 16, quickly goes to double digits towards 15s at the bottom of the page, 2 pages only, 17 listings. So yeah, just keep it in mind. Keep it in mind, this is a single print. You know, it's a zombie card. And yeah, I mean, if you have this card randomly, it's randomly money. We have Memento Combined Creation, another one that I thought it should have gotten reprinted. And honestly, in the tins, they reprinted most Memento cards. Like, why would they purposely skip this? I don't know who makes these decisions, but that's neither here nor there. That's outside of my pay grade. Regardless, excuse me, this Valiant Smashers card now is going to be money again. We see this massive volume candle come in at around 1050s when people realize it didn't get reprinted in the tins, around $10. And now it's rebounding. It says 1250s, says up about 20%. But really, the card is $15. And after a couple one-ups, heads towards 20s at the bottom of the page, 23 listings only. So again, we have to change with the fundamentals. We were saying, guys, I'd be selling this card if I were you guys, heading into a reprint season, heading into the tins. And yes, a lot of Memento cards got reprinted as expected, but this one didn't. So now we play with the new information. And now again, if you're a Memento player, you're already picking up the decor from the tins, might as well come in here, swing by, pay your $15, which is a premium in my humble opinion. This should be reprinted already, but and get exposure to the card, because this card could be money. The card already at one point went from 4 to 40s. Wow, look at that. It gave a 10x move overnight. Crazy. So now it came down to 10s, pushing up to 15s. Don't let it come back into the 20s, 30s, or 40s, or 50s, or something crazy. All it needs to do is like top again, and like people would go crazy. Top one of these upcoming events, new regional season coming up, people would go crazy. Keep it in mind, single print. We adjust with the moves. Don't sleep on this card. Guys, first link in the description down below. Follow us on, come over here, join our Discord. Follow us on Next. We continue to grow. Really appreciate you guys. On our way to 650 and then 700 followers. We're on our journey to 1,000. It's hard. It's hard to grow over there, but little by little, we'll get to the goal. Shop our channel accessories and $15 off right here on Whatnot. You don't want to miss out. Guys, make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell, like the video on the way in, would gladly be appreciated. And none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So if you waited 30 minutes and you're in here, 30 minutes have gone by, you're on a commute, you know, you're at work, you're, you know, just getting your day by, just want to stay informed with the card prices, things of that nature. First of all, thank you for being here. And second of all, if you're 30 minutes in, you deserve this second part of the market watch, which is Suda. Suda cards are making moves, making plays. Everyone forgot about Supreme Darkness, the core set. Everyone forgot about it. The fact that most of these cards don't have a reprint yet. Yeah, maybe Meows is coming. And yes, maybe Ether Barrel got reprinted. But most of these cards haven't been reprinted yet. And they didn't get reprinted in this year's tins. So now that is a known fact, known information that we didn't get like Suda reprints in the tins. And that, you know, people still need these cards. People are going back to this set. They're revisiting this set. They're picking up the cards that they need, and they're realizing that these cards are scarce and that they essentially won't see a reprint for the most part. Yeah, maybe Meows, a couple staples here and there, but most of the set won't get reprinted until next year's tins, which is crazy. Of course, some of these can get reprinted in next year's Battles of Legend and other reprint sets. Maybe if we get a Mama or another Maze of the Master, whatever, anything is possible, right? But mass reprints for this set, for most of the cards, is coming in next year's tins. So with that said, people are revisiting these tins and they're realizing that, again, it has cards like Primite Dragon, Ether Barrel. Here we have the Ultra Rare. Look, the card was $5-6. We already talked about the Secret recently, you know, going up in price, but now it's kept going up. $15 essentially. And then quickly it goes to $25 at the bottom of the page. You have a couple of mini walls here and there, but 20 listings, guys. The Ether Barrel hype is here. The Ether Barrel hype is here. It's trickled in even to the Secret Rare, which was $5. You know, cracked the double-digit mark to 1050s, and it's kept going up. Look, $14 for this card. Wild. I picked mine up. I have a playset. Personal playset But that personal won't be for me. It'd be personal. It's gonna be personal for Billy Bob. You know, $15 going to 45. Man, I wish I might, man. Shit, where's my ether barrels? They best be in my binder for this weekend. We're gonna find. Yo, Billy, you playing Primite now? You got your loads at $10, right? Look, Primite loads are cheaper than barrels, man. But you need these, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. I saw the card at $5. I'm like, man, pick it up later. And now he's paying a premium. He don't know, man. He don't know. Or he does know, but he's addicted to the brown. Look at that. Wall of China now at 15s. After that, card is 25. This is the bottom of the page, man. Hey, might be giving someone a deal this week, and if they pick it up for 15s. Because a card might go to 25, 30s, man. You never know. With a card like this, the Primite hype is insane. And realize that the card, yes, you get an occasional Blue Eyes top at the regional level here and there, but it's not like end all be all heavily represented, but it's just the rush, the demand. People wanting to play the deck, people wanting to have access to this card. And yeah, I mean, I should be picking up loads, just my clean play set. And, you know, and then I have access to the full Primite engine, but I could care less, man. I'm here for the green. You feel me? Like, Crazy, man. Crazy. This card was just $5 the other day, less than $5 when we were covering it. And now you have the wall right there. Who knows, man? By this weekend, maybe that wall is gone. Let's see the volume candles. See the volume candles on the 1 month. Yeah, I mean, this wall is what, 68 copies? Yeah. Hey, we need this card to hit 20 to 25s by the time we in Philly, man. Shit, that's crazy. We have the quarter century. Hey, if you're looking, sure, this could get a starlight. We don't know when, if and when. But in the meantime, the max rarity is not bad. It's at all-time low still. It says 130s. We went lower to 115s, 28 listings. So the lower end is spiking up. I believe this one will be next. 115s is not bad, guys. Not bad. If you want the quarter century, the max rarity, mind you, this card at one point was 200. And then before that was above 150s. And now it's 115s. Not bad at all, because after a couple one-ups, it starts going into the 120s. Keep it in mind in case even the high end is looking juicy right now. Primite Ether Barrel is making moves, making plays, as you guys can see here. We have Fiendsmith's Rex Tremendi. We talked about this card a long time ago, a long time ago, when no one was playing it. Oh, it's trash. We don't use it. This, that, and the third. And we said, guys, pick it up, man. This is a quarter century secret rare at sub $20. And, you know, it went as low as 14, 15s. And then as we can see here, it says $20, but really the card is getting cleaned out, as we can see here. 10 listings only. You have a couple one-ofs, and you won one of at 32s. Then is a $50 card, and then it goes towards 85s at the bottom of the page. Crazy to see this happen that way. This Suda quarter century secret rare is becoming money before our eyes. Wild that people are coming in, and again, people are adapting and adjusting. Now we finally got tracks. Lacrima is cheap. People picking up the full, Fiendsmith package. Now cards that came in Suda that they're hard to get, that people forgot about. And now the max rarity version, as you can see here, is a 50-piece McNuggies. From where? Damn, 50 nuggets? Let's leave it at Wings, from Wingstop, guys. So yeah, this is money from Suda. You have the one-off deal right there, but after that, it becomes money. So if you have this card, you have that extra cash. So there you go. And don't forget, you do have ultra rares, cheap core set ultras right here. It's been on an incline here on the yearly chart. Hard to see. Maybe if we go to a lower time frame. Yeah, look at the 6-month chart. The card was a quarter, guys. And now today it says 87 cents, and it's essentially $1, guys. So this card gave a 4x return right here, as you can see already. And after that, wall of China keeps just trickling up above the dollar mark, going literally from shekels to billies, from bulk to billies. So yeah, I love penny stock moves like these, man. Just an uptrend. The trend is your friend until the end. Just beautiful chart work right here. This ultra rare still only has those 2 prints from Suda. Shouldn't be getting reprinted anytime soon. And as people pick up their other Fiendsmith cards, getting reprinted in the tins, they come back and they're like, yo, I want this one. Especially if there's some balance hits, people might use this. You just don't know, man. People might use this to get around certain balance hits, things of that nature. Just want to keep in mind, the rush is coming in, the demand is coming in. These cards are going parabolic, even if people are not realizing it. from their low prices. So definitely one making moves, making plays. We have Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. Literally was going to do a fresh off the flashback off this card, and I just forgot. Why? Because we were talking about this card the other day. Literally, man. Literally, it was 14, 13, 14 bucks. Boom. Spiking up. It says 16, 17s. We wish. This is a 20 piece already. 20 piece. I should have done a fresh off the flashback. That's on me. 18 listings. It's a 20 piece McNuggies. Literally from Mickey D's right here. The walls are at 21s now. And then it goes towards 25s and beyond at the bottom of the page. Just one parabolic, guys. Literally. And before we were talking about it at 13.50s right there before the move, we're talking about it at 10, 11 bucks as well. You know, we've been covering and tracking this card week by week by week. We literally said Shiny Sarcophagus cards are getting reprinted. That core is getting reprinted in the tins. Pick up this single print. Yeah, it has the high rarity, but you know what? You guys know what I mean. From Alliance Insight, I said that everyone says it's trash. No one's cracking open right now. Plus, people like the DMG artwork. And here we are. This card is $20, and it might just continue going up from this point. Hopefully, you guys got it at these lower prices as we've been covering this card on a weekly basis. Because it's hard when you want a card and you have to pay a premium now. It's rough. Or if you got in early and you're up 2x from the $10 lows, or when the card was single digits, you might be wanting to start to eat right here into this wall of China and take that clean 2x play to the bank and run for them hills. We have Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic. This card came in the Infinite Forbidden, and it didn't get reprinted in the tins. Crazy that they didn't give this a prismatic secret rare. They didn't. But then they gave, you know, Detonator and Azamina cards and like random reprints of prismatic secret rares of cards that no one cares about anymore. And then they didn't do this one. I don't understand. This would have looked beautiful as a prismatic secret rare. But, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to get that. And the card was 273, spiking up. The card is at all-time highs right now. Parabolic rise when people realize that, you know, the card didn't come in the tins. And 22 listings, couple one-ofs at around 7s. And then at the bottom of the page, the card does head towards the double-digit mark. So, yeah, this ultra rare from Infinite Forbidden, it does have the quarter century, which we're just going to touch base in here for you really quickly. Let's check that. You know, for people that want the high end, the quarter century secret rare used to be 55s. If you go to the yearly, wow, what a beautiful chart. It says 48s. And right now, yeah, that's where we're at. Mid 40s. So again, if you're into the high end, you know, you want the max rarity, it didn't get reprinted in the tins, then 45s is not bad. 17 listings only because this $45 card can go to 55s easy, where you see the wall of China and beyond. So just keep this one in mind as it makes moves and makes plays. We have Snake Eyes Doom Dragon, another Suda card. Card was $5 recently, literally $5, 5s and some change. Volume came in, boom, spiking it up, 2xing just very quickly here. 13 listings only. It's 11 bones. Then it goes to 12.50s. At the bottom of the page, it hits $25, guys. Same deal. As people pick up the cards they need from the tins, they're like, man, I need that Snake Eyes card now for my brand new deck core that I picked up from the tins. And they come in, they rush back, they realize that this core set secret rare is hard to get, and pretty soon it's gonna become money right there. Same as Saint Azamina. Saint Azamina card was $1, literally just $1 the other day and some change, $1. Volume came in. We got all the Azamina reprints. People are rushing in to get the other pieces from this set. And yeah, 42 listings here. And now the card is 350s, but essentially $4 right there. So going, you know, about a 4x move, 3.5x move into the wall of China. And then after that, the card just keeps going up. So this one could be money. It can be money. You know, it already was $1 and some change. Now it's 3s and some change. Don't let it be 5s and some change and beyond before you decide to pull the trigger. If you're building the Azamina, you know, White Forest Azamina deck court, pick up your pieces. Don't let it be too late, as these cards are already appreciating in price. And then you have LZ, Azamina the White Forest. The card was trash. The card was $3. No one cared about it. You know, you could get a playset for 10 bones. You wake up one day, boom, spiking up to 762s, 42 listings, a couple one-ofs here, and the card goes towards double digits, towards $13. That's where you're starting to see the walls. Crazy to see this card at 13s right here. And 42 listings. Why? Because it came in Suda. It didn't get reprinted in the tins, and a lot of people thought it might. So now people rush in. They're already picking up the rest of the deck core, and they're like, man, but I still need that one LZ, or I still need. And then the volume comes in with the second largest volume candle in the last 90 days. So very impressive. A couple one-ofs, and then it's double digits, guys. Crazy move right here for this card. If you have this card, you got money. It's crazy. Then we have the quarter century secret rare as well right here. Was $92. Crashed down, it says to 48.50s. And this, it kept going down to 38.40s, guys. So again, 49 listings. If you want the quarter century secret rare max rarity, secret rare is already popping off. People might decide, you know what, I want the max rarity. So this might be, you know, it might make a low pretty soon. You know, you can't see it on the 1 month or even on the 3 month. But now the secret rare is the one giving the signals of what potentially can happen to this version. And that's the point of honing into the markets, watching every little detail, you know, working on your craft, seeing that, okay, the secret is moving, the QCSR is not moving yet. So maybe it's time to pick this one up, especially if you wanted to play. Not bad at all at around 40s. Anything sub 50s could age well potentially for this card, one to keep on your radar. We have a Bao Q, the Lightless Shadow. This card was $8. Double bottom here, booty shape recovery, spiking up to double digits, and it's 13s again. Quickly becomes 15 bones, 54 listings. Again, didn't get a 10 reprint. People are realizing that, so now they feel like it's a safe bet and a card that shouldn't get a reprint anytime soon. And the card, yeah, man, going from 8s to 15 soon, could be up 2x to 16s in the short term. If you need a Bao Q, much better to get it at 13s than potentially in the future, not just 15s, but maybe even 20s and beyond. With a card like this, you never know. It fell out of favor. It was 20s, crashed down to 8s, over a 50-60% dump, and now it's rebounding strong with large volume candles. So if you need this card, yeah, it's already up about $5 from the low, but don't let it be up $10-15 from the low. You feel me? You do what you must to get access to the card. If you need your one-of, do not sleep on it. We have Clockwork Knight, again, from Supreme Darkness. This card used to be $3.99, you know, $1.62 at the lows, then consolidated at sub $4, and now is at all-time highs, you know, still around 8 bones. A lot of machine hype, and then it does go towards 9s and eventually 10 on page 2. 24 listings only, not a lot of listings. So if you need this card is, you know, essentially near its all-time high right now as an ultra rare from Supreme Darkness. It could easily go to double digits from this $8 mark. Then we have Magistus Chirozzo. Keep in mind, there's a lot of Magistus hype, and this artwork looks beautiful, by the way. This is a fusion tuner. A fusion tuner from Supreme Darkness, a super rare that used to be 2/4 a pop. Volume came in, it's never looked back. You know, essentially, you have a couple one-ofs. The walls are at 94 cents. Essentially, this card has close to 2x now. You know, again, and before that, it was quarters. Wild. So if you have this card is approaching near its previous all-time highs at $1. Volume is also picking up here. So yeah, with the Magistus hype, don't let the super rare from Suda go from shekels to like a billy or multiple billies, guys. Keep it in mind, it's readily available. Yes, there's currently supply. The demand can pick up for this card as Magistus players get ready to get access to this card. Again, a fusion tuner, 28 hundo defense. That's crazy. Beat stick right there. So yeah, keep it in mind, man. Keep this card in mind. A clean super rare from Supreme Darkness that no one's paying attention to, that can continue going on its journey from from shekels to billies, from bulk to billies. Card was $1/4 at one point. Wild. So yeah, just wanted to highlight this card for you guys. We have Queen Azamina, another card that no one's paying attention to. You know, it's rebounding off the lows here. Volume has been picking up as of late. Yeah, this card is still readily available. You have playsets here at 2/4 a pop, over 100 listings. So the card is readily available, but keep in mind, still a single print core set ultra rare. It's an Azamina card, and it didn't get reprinted. So you never know, man. This card has been at all-time lows, consolidating forever, and never know if it has its moment soon. Shekels, you want a couple of these as throw-ins. Just want to keep in mind, it is an Azamina card, and now there's a rush for Azamina with the new reprints and things of that nature. So you definitely don't want to forget about this one. We have Queen Azamina, the the QCSR has been crashing. It says 14s, but we're at 11, so 52 listings. If you feel like speculating on a card like this with its max rarity version, I'm right here. 11s is not bad. It's a card that could be 15 to 20s one day, just in case, or if you see it in a trade binder, you can pick it up for 10s maybe. Not bad. You never know. Azamina hype is currently ramping up, so with cards like these, you see them today, and then tomorrow they're up 2x, and no one would be surprised, guys. I was gonna upload our 10 video today, but it's having some copyright issues. I don't know why, so I'm gonna just wait for that to clear, and I should be uploading that just later, you know, when that clears, could be tomorrow, it could be, you know, this week. So we'll see, because I had fun opening the tints. Not really, but you'll get to see that. But regardless, guys, if you made it this far out into the video, you guys are straight MVPs. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video on the way out. We gladly appreciate it. Share this in one place in a group chat with some friends. It really does go a long way. And I'm just eternally grateful for you guys continuing, man, 2.5 years in, continuing to find value in what I do. You guys are all amazing. Never forget that, guys. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.